Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Like a Hero, and today I'm going to go over a second gun that I started using about 3-4 days ago. It is an AK74-M, and I just started to branch out outside of the VSS. Even though being a new player, I still really enjoy learning how to mod and gaining experience with that whole modding system for weapons. So we're gonna get into the video, guys, and before we do that, make sure to check out my channel over on Twitch TV/LikeAHero. Make sure to drop a follow so you'll be notified when I go live. I'm streaming there pretty much nightly when I'm not making YouTube videos, and love to see you in there, and we can talk more about Tarkov and stuff. But thank you guys so much, and let's get right into the video. So the AK74-M, but it's just, I happened to pick one up, and after picking it up, I was like, oh, you know, I'm gonna try it out, and I decided that I was gonna go mod it and see how that was gonna work, and I really am digging it. So I'm gonna have it set up here on the right side of the screen. You can see it here, and I have it set up in such a way so it's gonna be easier for you to actually mod it on your end. So it's set up so you can pause it if you need to. I am going to have the text going on the bottom. So the first thing you're going to need is an AK74-M. So you can just grab that at the flea market. I will go over pricing later. I'm just going to kind of list all the parts down that you're going to need. So like I said, the first thing is, once you get the AK74-M, you're going to need the ZENIT RP1 charge handle. Then you're going to have to grab the AK74 PT lock, AK74 AK100 P lock, and that's going to allow us to put our stock in a little bit, but we're just going to build it as we're going here. So once you have those two parts, you can just drag them on, and then that's going to actually allow you to put the stock on, and that is the ZENIT PT3 Classica stock. What we're trying to achieve here is just high ergonomics and try to get our recoil as low as we can. So you obviously can switch it up if you want, but this is just kind of a layout that I've used, and you can kind of just tweak it however you want to use it. After we do that, we're going to go for the AKADEMIA BASTION dust cover for the AK. Just going to drag that on, and then that's going to allow us to put our PK06 reflex sight. Again, this is you have some options in here. I'll go over them in a little bit. After we have our reflex sight on, it's time to drag on the handle, and that's going to be the pistol grip, which is the ZENIT RK3 AK pistol grip. And then now we get to put on the handguard. Now the handguard is important here. It's the Troy Industries AK. You could type in Troy Industries on there. It is the Troy combo. So you're going to drag that on. The reason we need that is because we're going to actually put some more stuff on there, and that's going to allow us to put multiple rails on there. So first, we can go and we can throw on the Trey QARS 4.2 inch guide, and that's going to let us put our RK1 foregrip on there. Our ZENIT ZENIT RK1 foregrip. So we're just going to drag that on. Now there is this is where you have some options, because right now this is giving us 4% recoil, but you do have some options in it. This is the one that I use. And once we have that thrown on there, let's just put on the silencer, and the silencer is it's the silencer, the PBS-4 silencer for 545x39. Just drag that on there. And here we're going to put our final thing in. I have two tactical pieces of equipment here, but you just need the Troy QARS 3.2 inch guide, and it's gonna let us put a flashlight or a laser. The X400 is a popular choice. I like the TBL, so I'll just quickly show you the prices here. The prices for Peacekeeper is $95, or about 10,000 rubles, and for the NC Star, it's going to be 4,000 rubles from the dealer there. So it just really depends on aesthetics, or how much you want to spend. I personally like the NC Star, so that's the one that I'm going to be using here, and that's pretty much the build there. The next thing that is important here is to choose your magazine. Now you don't have to choose the big boy magazines. You can choose a 30 rounder. I am in this video, and you know, it depends on how much money you want to spend, of course, 'cause it's going to really hike up your build price. I'm using the larger magazines. So I'm actually grabbing the 60 round X6L31 magazines. Again, that's not something you need to do. Just know that it will up your cost. Okay, it's about $36,000 right now as I'm buying this right now, and I bought 3 of them. What I suggest you do here is, if you are choosing to use these magazines, you go in there with a magazine with maybe one on the actual AK and another one in your inventory, and then you put the ammo in your gamma. That way you can load it up in raid. That way you know, you're not out like 4 magazines if that's what you did. I usually don't go in with 4 magazines ever. Maybe on a labs run I might go in once I start doing those more, but usually I go in with one or two extra magazines and just load up the ammo while I'm in there. Find a good spot and do that. I also wanted to, just before I forget, mention the price of this, because that's pretty important. The total price for this build is going to be about 180 to 200,000 rubles. Now, if you decide not to use the 60 round magazine, the 60 round magazine itself was like 37,000, and I put 40,000 down just for easier estimation. So you could definitely reduce the price. You take that out, you get a different magazine, you switch some things around. You could definitely get this to a more of a budget build type thing, you know, maybe under 140,000, 130,000, right around there. It just really depends on what you want to do with it. I just wanted to put the build out there, let you get an idea of what I'm using, what I really enjoy using. So this AK74-M and the VSS are definitely the ones that I'm using right now. I do want to use a 9mm gun of some type. I'm thinking probably leaning towards the MP5, and just kind of get a lot of ergonomics, just kind of get a light kit going where I can run around and flank and stuff like that. But thank you guys so much. That's the video right there, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. It's quick, short, 7 minutes or so. Make sure to hit that like button on the channel, guys, on the video if you liked it. Make sure to hit the subscribe. I am messing around with other guns. I think my next one is really, I want to do in like an MP5, a 9mm SMG. So I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but it'll definitely be something a little quicker. Maybe like just a high mobile kit or something, like mobility kit or something like that. I don't know, for flanking. But again, thank you guys, and I will see you guys later.